This is Tom Fox. I'd like to welcome you to the newest addition to the Compliance Podcast Network, the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where you bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
Handling multiple compliance cases can often feel like navigating a complex labyrinth. Ethico introduces simplicity and intelligence into this chaos with our custom workflow automation. By automatically routing cases based on your unique criteria, we turn the maze into a clear path forward. Envision a compliance process that's not just effective, but also intuitive and adaptable to your needs. It's time to redefine efficiency in your workplace. Embark on this journey of transformation at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, 2023, The Year in Compliance, to discover a world of seamless compliance management.
Today I want to highlight how everything changed after the year of coronavirus in 2020. And these changes are still in effect for compliance and will be for at least the next 10 years. First, compliance convergence. There were significant releases of information from various agencies in the U.S. government. We had the Department of Justice, we had OFAC, we had the OIG, and now we have both a DOJ antitrust compliance framework as well as the FCPA framework. The public-private partnership in the fight against anti-corruption. Well, what changed there? Obviously, the Biden administration's strategy on combating corruption. This was released in January of 2021 and was a seminal event in the public-private partnership fight. It detailed the government's role, but now that's bleeding over into the private sector, as we see the Department of Justice really emphasizing self-disclosure, both in the FCPA realm, but also in the national security realm, and why that is so significant going forward. One thing we have talked about consistently on this podcast is data. The DOJ has made it clear up through November and December of 2023 that they expect data-driven compliance to lead every compliance program, and that if you don't have a data analytics program, you no longer have a best practices compliance program. So data. And finally, compliance as an ethical edge. Over the years, I've consistently reported on the world's most ethical company by Ethisphere and the ethics premium. Well, that continues to grow, and now we have over, I think, nearly 15 years of data that where Ethisphere has demonstrated the difference between companies who receive the world's most ethical award and those in the S&P Large Cap Index. And it's quite a bit of difference, and of course, that's compounded annually. So compliance is seen as not simply an ethical edge, but a business edge as well going forward. As I mentioned in the opening of this new podcast series, Compliance Tip of the Day, we are sponsored this month by Ethico. Are you struggling to close cases? Well, Ethico is here for you. Take advantage of their innovative approach to empathic issue intake, streamlined case management, and enterprise-wide disclosures. Learn more about how you can crowdsource risk management at scale at ethico.com/CPN. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.